Good morning, parents. Well, we know it's difficult for you to come for the coffee morning. Yes, we did have coffee morning for the kindergarten. To call you over here on a Saturday, some of you come and some don't. Understanding your busy schedule, what we decided was for the middle school and for the primary school, as well as the senior school, we thought we could have an interaction and discuss with you on the upcoming events and how we are going to conclude the year, as well as our plans for the new year. I'm sure you're going to take all the tips that's going to be given by my two supervisors so that you can plan your work with your children, you can help them out with their work. But if you have any clarifications to be done, you can always revert. You can call them to their office, or either you can come over here and you can talk to them. So, well, let me start with Mrs. Rekha. Hi, Mrs. Rekha.
Good morning, ma'am.
I know there's a lot happening in your department. If you could just tell us about the happenings that before we get into the final exams, what is happening in your department. Talk a little about the timetable of the exam and when it is getting over, after which what are your plans. If you could just tell us, I'm sure the parents will be very happy about it.
Good morning, everyone. As ma'am said, as you all know, it has been a very hectic for the past couple of months, and I'm sure this will continue for the term too. And I strongly believe that this is the age where the students have to learn a lot, and that will be fixed in their mind. So I'm sure we have to maintain a complete balance between academic and co-curricular activities. Now, the main highlight will be the upcoming primary concert, which will be held on February 14th, and the invitation will be sent to you shortly. That is by the way.
So, how do you think the practices are going on?
Yes, ma'am. The focus, definitely, but the focus has to show the hidden talents of the children. And hence, currently, the students and the teachers are all fully involved in the entire program, right from the planning process. I think.
Which grades are into this?
This is from grade 2 to 4.
So what about grade 1? What did you plan for grade 1?
Grade 1, yes, we are planned for a complete grand visitation, which will be held on 21st of February.
Great.
And yes, this planning continuously with the stay backs and lot of practice sessions, your ambience work, hats off to the teachers and the little ones.
Okay.
And as I told you, ma'am, with this we have an action research plan going on for grade 1 and 2, which is called as Value Awareness Month. So where exactly the students are observed and evaluated by the teachers on their behavior and the moral values.
I think that sounds good.
Yes. And where they project in the school. And these students are acknowledged and awarded with a valued badge at the end of the month.
So which quality are you observing? I know that you were discussing about four
Exactly. And the first quality we are observing is on the kindness.
Oh, that's
so
great. Yes.
The students also are very, excited who will be getting the badges at this end of the month.
Are you also looking into how polite they are to their friends, to the teachers?
Yes.
How well they speak?
The day-to-day activities is more important, and we are very well observed with that.
So that way what happens, I think when you teach them or observe them on their politeness in their actions and their words, that will get imbibed in them, and that would go into their life where, they will know how to speak politely to people around. I think that's a good initiative. Maybe which grades are you doing this
for? This is a grade 1 and 2.
Okay, you have taken it as an action research.
It's an action
Maybe
research.
once we observe that it's going on well, I think we should take it to the senior classes too. That way we could teach them how to speak.
Correct.
It's a good thing, yes.
Along with this, I would like to say that there are a lot of physical activities also involved. As we know, the green turf is already on the platform right now because the weather is also good.
Yes,
we are taking them for the aerobic sessions. And there are some extra sports, that is the basic skills has been taught in the green turf.
Okay.
So that is one thing, especially for grade 1 and 2, we are having the turnovers in the green turf.
Okay, that's very good. Yes, I know parents that you are very concerned about the physical activities, and you have your own queries about that, because when I sent the feedback form, I did get a lot of feedback onto the physical activities. Don't worry about it. We are just planning, and with the year getting concluded, we can't give them a lot of physical activities at the moment. But yes, with the physical education department, we are going to sit and plan out all activities, and the activities that have been planned will be age appropriate. For example, throw ball or football can be taught only when they go to the middle school, the senior school, while the basics have to be taught right from grade 1. And not that kindergarten is left over, because the kindergarten also should learn some basic skills. So we plan to have, breathing exercises, aerobic classes. Maybe we plan to also bring in yoga. And apart from that, all other games that are very important for children at their age will also be taught with the proper curriculum. The curriculum has already been framed. We shall reframe it further and ensure that it's age appropriate, and I'm sure children would enjoy, and we would group in parents who would also be interested in all these activities. You can also come forward and help us out. What about your parent engagement activities? Do you have anything, or since the year is going to end,
since the year is going to end, ma'am, that is another thing right now. At the same time, we are concentrating on the academics, which should not lag behind.
Yes.
So right now, once the concert is done, we are in the process of making the question papers, the revision works, and our Toto drive is on full swing.
Okay.
So we are completely concentrating.
Okay. Can I interrupt here?
Yeah, sure.
Now we're talking about this Toto drive and Star drive, which has been introduced across the school, right from grade 1 to grade 10, isn't it? Now, Toto drive, what do you think about it? I know that you have started some remedial classes. Has it been effective, and how teachers are taking it up?
Yes, it has been effective for some few students, especially those who are in the border of that particular subject. For example, they have been given few maths worksheets for extra practice, and they have been continuously monitoring whether they have achieved their targets. And if they have not, again they will revisit the topic again in the next term. Teachers, they do an AFL in the class to test that particular child has been achieved the objective of that. So that is how the teachers are tracking on the
good. Yes. I think we can come up with more effective steps the next year. We need to plan every little thing, and Star Drive also should be given equal importance, where we could train the gifted students as well as children who are high achievers. That will help them, and they can become the mentors of the children who require the help. Correct. I think can we go for a small coffee break before we start with the next session?
Sure.
Well, Ms. Rekha, you have spoken about the Toto drive, about the primary concert. What about your final exams? When is it starting, and when is it getting over? When do you have the promotion meetings? As well as parents would also like to know when they could come and buy the books. And are we going to have the same books? Have you done a book review looking into last year's the grey areas, as well as the ones where the children have really done well? I'm sure with the meeting that you had with your teachers last week, I'm sure you will be coming up with something new.
Very, very true. Let me just tell you, the exams will be, that is, the final term will be starting by 28th of February, and it will be ending by 10th March. And following with that, as we have the complete schedule for the teachers, like completion of the corrections and rechecking the papers, and we have the data analysis, making the graph for each child, and of course the data conversation with ma'am also. And along with this, the teachers also have completed a book review for the next academic year, along with some of the stationery items that has to be given to the parents. As we have finalized that we'll be giving a choice for the stationery requirements.
I think this year we have decided as per the parents' feedback. We will not give them the stationery, it's their choice, because that's what they have preferred. And I know that there's an addition of these folders where, we want them to make. Well, this year we decided that we will not be giving them stationery. But yes, there are some new things added where we would like the notebooks to have some instructions. The folders that we give will also be having instructions. Apart from the scholastic folder and post-scholastic folder, we have the club activities folder, then we have the reflective sheets folder, and model education folder. And I think things are going to be very good for the children, and we shall train the teachers right in the beginning so that they are aware about how to guide the children in keeping those, the papers properly and it's been filed well. They should be taught about all these things. What I have observed in primary is that the children are they communicate very well. They're very effective, While yes, in all schools, written skill is something where they still need to improve. They will do that. While for the next year, our targets would be different, our thrust areas would be different, our areas of concerns would be different, with self-evaluation that we have written in the month of December. We should look out for an action plan, a proper action plan for every little thing, so that primary department, it goes, it progresses from where it is to where it should be. I'm sure things will go
Along
well.
with this, ma'am, we would like to say that we had a big book review. In that we might have to change some of the books.
Okay.
Like English, and also the team has come up with a kind of a booklet for only particularly grammar.
Oh, that's
where they
great.
have, as you said, the communication skills, the listening and reading, everything is little higher side in the primary. So even the challenging question should be high.
Yes.
So they've all prepared a booklet for English as well as the mental maths also.
Oh,
that's the
great.
one new thing is coming up. And with this, yes, we have a small change in the science. As from grade 1 to 4, we are having a EVS. It's not as a science anymore.
Okay.
It will be more on environmental science as a
Okay.
subject.
I'm sure it's going to help when they go to grade 5.
Exactly.
And now since ours is a CBSE school, yes, we say it's a CBSE school, but with the kind of changes that's happening around the world, the principles of education has changed. And I can see in ASPAM that we bring the best practices, just not in the classroom alone, but in all activities that we are conducting. And I think tomorrow you will have the Cover Up Cough campaign, and these are the things which are very important for us. Thank you, Mr. Rekha. I think you have given very valuable points, and I'm sure the primary department is going to do very well in the next year, as how it's been doing now. Now let's move on to Mrs. Sindhu, the Middle and Senior School Supervisor.
Good morning.
Good
morning, parents. Yes, just like in the primary, the middle and senior has also been on a restless mode of learning and activity and teaching as well. The second term, or rather the month of January, was pretty quick, and we saw that there was an absolute balance between the activity and learning part. On one end, we had the model exams where we put our grade 9 and grade 10 at par. We are still going ahead with the model examinations for our senior grades, while our middle school is at the moment being trained with their revision worksheets, looking into the examinations that will be commencing very soon. So while there is a lot of thrust being given for academic in terms of revision worksheets, clarification of doubts, etc., that happens within the classroom, we have a whole lot of inter-school activities as well. Students are participating across, I think till the end of February, we will have children going out for various programs. We just came back with the Techno Talent and Ambassador Cup. It was the first time that ASPAM had a girls-only football.
Yeah, well, I have to add something here, because ASPAM is not looking out for children to win. That's not the criteria or the ultimate motive, because when we talk about excellence through equity, we want our children to participate in everything and ensure they enjoy every bit of experience. The winning can come later, because there's a new experience for them, isn't it?
Yes, it's the first time that the school has had an under-14 girls football team, and the children enjoyed, and it was a wonderful exposure for them as well. And from today, we laid the pathway for a series of activities. Like today, we have the finale, the grand finale of the Toastmasters, which was exclusively conducted for grade 8. Well, I must say we are quite happy that this year we could give a lot of importance to communication. And we started off with grade 9 and 10, and at the end of this academic year, we've come to grade 8. It will percolate next year to the other grades. Later to the little ones out there as well. And tomorrow is one of the most happening days where we have our Cover Up Cough campaign and the valedictory function, which will run across kindergarten to grade 9.
I have to add something over here. Cover Up Cough campaign, I think it started with the program that major program which we had, the Aurora 18, where we had doctors coming over from the hospital, and Dr. Naveen, I think, he gave a good brief to the parents, and we launched the campaign on that day. I think science teachers are talking about it. The nurse has been very proactive in this. She has trained all the steps for this. It's been going on very well. Last week I did see some girls moving around. What happened? I mean, I saw some senior girls going to the junior classes.
Yes.
Can you talk to us about that?
Sure. They are the health champions who have been elected from the middle school, and they have taken the onus of going and spreading an awareness program on how to prevent cough and cold, especially taking into consideration the weather conditions at the moment. And it's very interesting to see the way how they spoke in a child-friendly language. And they have come with this acronym called WAC.
Wow.
And
what is
WAC? WAC stands for washing your hands, keeping your mouth closed, keep at home when you're unwell, and cough, keep away at a distance. So they have a whole lot of information which they have just put it in the form of an acronym, and that's actually caught on with the little ones like wildfire. So that's been a nice way of communicating and getting the message across. Apart from the Cover Up Cough campaign, tomorrow from 2 to 4 we have the much awaited parent counseling session for the middle school, which we've called Teenage Tweets.
Wow, that's great.
Yes, and we have
And was it a request from the parents?
It was absolutely a request from most of our middle school parents. And yes, we've got a wonderful person, much experience. Her track record is amazing in terms of counseling. Ms. Anu, and she would be addressing the parents tomorrow. So that's it with Thursday. And we also have our children going for inter-school quiz competitions tomorrow to the Redens school. So a lot of things lined up. Lots of things.
Well, I think you have a major challenge in your hand, setting the first set of grade 10 students for the board exams. And I know how you feel about it as a supervisor. Can you tell us how you went about, training your teachers or motivating your students? I know that you started, helping the children right from the beginning after they complete out well in advance. And grade 9, after they completed their exams, they did have their regular written classes. From then on, you started your initiative. Tell us about how it's going on and how are the children at the moment?
Well, yes, ma'am, rightly so. We started off with our bridge classes way back in March, and I think we've covered almost 25 days of bridge classes only for our grade 10 students, putting them as a prefix and a suffix for all the holidays. So it's been a no holiday time precisely with for both the teachers as well as for the students. A lot of practice has gone. The idea was, yes, we did set targets for the students, but they were realistic, achievable targets, because it was important to ensure that they have that sense of, yes, I can do it. So we were going student by student, taking them, or rather hand-holding them to their attainable targets. And yes, their second model exam results seems to be pretty positive. Quite positive, and now it's all up to them, and I'm sure they will definitely take it ahead. A lot of effort during the winter break, during the summer break. Apart from these bridge classes, regular classes, evening classes, we also gave them as much revision worksheets as possible. So there were books given in the first term called minimum levels, which they were expected to cover during the summer break. So it was more or less one step at a time. So children were taken gradually to that point where we are now. And I think there will not be any looking back. They will take it.
Yes, pray that they should come up with flying colors. Because hard work has no substitute at all. And when hard work is fortified with smart strategies, I'm sure things will go on well. Well, Steve, when I was just reading out one of your mails which you have sent to teachers, I did see that in grade 6, 7, 8, you're coming up with something very new where, they're setting some question papers and it's going to their home. They have plans in the papers where they get to know how to answer. That's something very innovative, Sindhu. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. While we have our middle, that's 6, 7 and 8, they are the ones who are active and up and about, but we are looking at how best we can anchor them and prepare them precisely for the summative assessment that's happening. So every subject teacher will prepare a question paper that would be a mock exam of what can be expected. So the question pattern, the formats, the choice, everything will be the same. And parents will be sent these papers so that the children can answer at home within the stipulated time, get back to us, and we can review and discuss the same. So it would also, in another sense, be a kind of guided mock test for our middle school students.
That's wonderful. I'm sure that by the time they come to grade 10, they'll be well equipped and they'll be more confident to take up the exam. That's wonderful. Well, I know that, the grade 9 is also a very important class because they'll be going for the grade 10 and appear for the CBSE exam. So what are your plans for grade 9, current grade 9?
Current grade 9 is also more or less at par since January, rather from December onwards. They have been put at the same level of grade 10 and they are on a complete revision mode. And they also have their exams with full portions as well as CBSE because it's better that we train them young and not give them any kind of a shock or something in the next year. So they're kind of prepared on those lines. Here I would like to tell the parents that just like we did this current year, we have a plan of action properly laid out for our grade 9.
Okay.
And as I had mentioned in one of my earlier mails, please do not make your holiday plans much in advance because bridge classes are coming up. The plan of action for the next grade 9 will be shared tomorrow in the weekly mail. So please have a look at that. I would request the parents and make their vacation plans. And another thing is, it's a time where a lot of connection is required between the parents and the school.
That's very important.
So please hold on and wait till we share the planner with you, especially for grade 10 2019-2020. And we look forward to all your support on grooming them as well.
That's wonderful. But I was just thinking the other day, when we had a meeting of supervisors, you came up with a beautiful idea saying that after the exams, a week the children have to be here and you want to talk to them about the smooth transitions going from one class to the other. For example, children going from grade 1 to grade 2 or grade 2 students going to grade 3. What are your plans about it? You are taking the children to stay a week here. Are you planning to have some good activities? Are you planning to have some talk sessions with them? Is there something which you have planned out?
Yes, we do have a lot of things lined up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. At the primary, we focus on basically the gross motor skills of DCS. So we are planning for some of the life skills activities.
Okay.
So where even that will be a kind of help for the teachers to make their own boards using one of the recycling material which can be used for the next academic year.
So the children are going to help them.
Exactly.
And they're going to talk about what they have to prepare themselves with when they go to the next class.
Exactly. With the unit plans, even the teachers are discussing about what can be done. And even, I think I was shocked to see some of my, I should say gifted and talented children, they come up with different ideas where we need to take the field trip, which are the locations.
Wonderful.
We got the ideas from the students, and we are planning to put all those in our unit plans for the next academic year.
So I think teachers and students are going to work on the next year together. Wow.
Yes.
That's great.
I would also like to add on that we have our TINS examination conducted.
Okay.
The second week, that would probably be, we haven't yet got the confirmed dates, but yes, it would happen most likely on the 6th and, I think it's the 11th and 12th.
That's in March?
Yes, of March. So that would be taken by grade 4 and grade 8 students.
Wonderful.
So that would be a test that will be administered completely by the ministry, and we are waiting for the final allocation of the test dates. So I think there's a lot of fun, a lot of learning, a lot of activity piled up for our children till we say, wish them happy summer holiday on 14th of March.
Well, I'm sure that there are a lot of interesting things for your parents, and your children are excited to come to school to learn all these things. I'm sure you must have heard from both the supervisors what exactly is going to happen before we end the year, and we want you to be a part of us. Yes, we don't say that we are perfect, but with your help, we're going to do many more things. Together we can, and we shall move forward with more number of things added to whatever they have said. As a principal, yes, I do have meetings with them. They do come up with a lot of ideas. I add my own, and we work as a team. I'm sure that the school is going to move forward. Thank you for trusting us, for having faith on us, and for keeping your children over here. Together we can. Don't you think together we can?
Together we can.
Yes, together we can.